Hello and welcome to my home. I'm Lauren Rahofchek and this is another episode of Get It Outta Here, a show where I roast people for having awful design, but then I show them how to fix it with a time-lapse sketch. How are you doing? This week's episode is going to be another unique one because I spent the last 2 weeks solving a lot of my home's issues, and I really want to break down how all of that unfolded. We have a major lack of storage here. We have one closet and we turned that closet into my daughter's nursery because I believe Harry Potter turned out fine. But as Bianca grew, our need for storage did too. Isn't that funny how that happens with kids? Because I can't live when a mess is out. I don't have an office where I can just close the door on the mayhem. I don't even have a desk. Hell, I don't even have anywhere where my makeup goes away. So after doing my August stand-up show and Bianca's second birthday party and returning home from a trip to Nashville, my house, it was mayhem. The house looked like a bomb went off and I was not okay. There literally was not enough places to put anything away. Bianca's extra diapers, her pack and play, all of her new toys. So in order for us to have new storage, we proceeded to build more IKEA Paxes. To me, the IKEA Pax is the basic foundation to a functioning home. It's walls of accessible, stylish storage. Every holiday and birthday, I asked for IKEA gift cards with the end game being more storage. Those were my needs that I wanted to try to fulfill by bringing this Pax into our home. I'm going to give you the world's fastest step-by-step instructions on how to build this Pax, but if you just want to skip to the finished product, go to this time code. Step 1, lay your side panels on the ground with the unfinished edges facing out, the finished edges facing in. We are going to attach the anchoring brackets on the 3rd and 4th holes of the unfinished edges. On the brackets, use the hole closest to the edge. Step 2, put your cam lock screw in the center hole at the top and the 3rd center hole from the bottom. Do it for both panels. Step 3, put 2 more cam lock screws in. It's going to be the top outside hole on the unfinished edge, and then on the finished edge, it's the top 2nd hole in. Repeat that mirror image on the other side. Step 4, move to the bottom of your panels. Put 2 more cam lock screws on both sides of the panel. They're going to go in the 3rd hole up. Repeat the same thing on the other panel. Step 5, get your top and bottom panels. Lay them out so the not flat edges that have a ridge are both facing left. Put a dowel into the 2nd hole from the edge. You'll do it a total of 8 times, 2 dowels on each side. I don't think you can, but don't push them in all the way. Step 6, hammer 2 of those doohickeys into the big holes on the right. This is where the support legs will screw into, so make the doohickeys lay flush. Step 7, snap the feet onto the leg. Step 8, screw the legs into them. Step 9, get your bottom rails. Notice one of them is unfinished, one is finished on both sides. Put 8 dowels into all the holes. That's what she said. Step 10, figure out if you have enough ceiling clearance to tip the Pax back. I have more than enough space, so we go to the next page. Step 11, grab your bottom flat panel with the legs and fit it into the side panel cam lock screws. Take note that the finished edges of the bottom panel should match the finished edges of the side panel. Be careful once it's on because it's not sturdy. Step 12, fit the top panel onto the top cam lock screws. This isn't sturdy either, so be careful when you're moving it around. Step 13, next we put the cam lock fittings into the 6 holes where our screws are, then turn clockwise. These help pull the 2 panels nice and tight. There's 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. Step 14, you're going to put the bottom rails under the bottom panel. The finished rail goes on the finished edge and the unfinished rail goes on the unfinished side. Pay attention because one dowel fits closer to the very end of the side panel. Both rails should be flushed with the bottom of that side panel. Step 15, you got to call someone to help you with this. You're going to place the right side panel onto the top and bottom panel. Step 16, put your cam lock fittings into the 6 big round holes and turn them clockwise to pull the panels together. Step 17, have your friend help you lay the Pax on its face, aka the finished edges down and unfinished edges facing up so we can. Step 18, put the backing on. Now this is easier said than done because the backing panel sags so badly. I like to put a support in there. I did 2 broomsticks. Step 19 and 20, line the backing up with the edge. You'll notice there's a little rail for the backing to fit snugly against. Hammer a nail into your 4 corners first to keep it in place, then work your way around the entire backing. That completes up to step 22. Then they tell you to flip to page 26, and for some reason the next step is 21. one. Again, I don't know. I don't make the IKEA rules. This is the anchoring step. Normally, you'd put the packs up to the wall, drill through the anchoring bracket, have the screws hit a stud or a backing 2x4. Don't screw the screw all the way in. Slip the screw stabilizer bracket onto the screw head, then finish screwing in to secure it from ever falling. This is where I went a little bit rogue. My concrete wall here cannot be drilled into. Nothing works. What I'm doing instead is using metal cables with a crazy heavy load capacity to thread through the anchoring brackets and out the back side. They are attached to almost hard as rock 150-year-old molding. I'm also going to put 100 pounds of sand in flat boxes along the bottom to make it completely untippable. Which brings us to step 22. Level the packs by adjusting the feet. You'll start to feel a tiny bit of counter pressure when you have hit the floor. Step 23 I skipped because of my anchoring process, but this is where you fully tighten those screws and click the pretty cover in place. Step 24 is where you put the pretty caps on the non-used holes and your box is done. Step 25 is putting your hinges on the doors. The instructions are in the bag the hinges come in, so don't mangle it when you open it. They fit very nicely into the holes on the door. Do that 8 times. Step 26, grab your husband from his office again. Have him help you put the doors on, starting from the bottom. The first screw goes in, the third hole up. The rest of the screws will line up effortlessly. Step 27, now comes the inside. The drawers and rails are super easy. You have your one big wheel that's going to be on the outside in the front. That will tell you which rail is left and which is right. Snap the corner on the back of the basket and slide it in. The shelf is also super easy. Put the brackets into your desired heights holes. Place the shelf on top, and when you're sure this is the magical spot, you tighten the screw. And this is the unorganized but finished product. Getting this packs up allowed me to see the answers to my other issues. I decided to keep the smaller shelving unit because I need all the storage I can get. But keeping that meant I had to lose my side chair, which was a huge drawback. But then I realized I can just get really substantial dining chairs that I can pull into the conversational area for sectional seating. I like that I act like I have so many friends coming over all the time. But if I did, I'm gonna be ready for them. Once I figured out all of that, I realized that I want to build a window seat for my daughter to read at. She's obsessed with looking outside and being outside. She would be a wild animal if she had it her way. But I want to give her a space to read, and that window nook is going to have a removable cushion, and it will double as my desk. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe that I thought of this. My husband can't believe that I'm gonna have to do another home project. And just like that, 3 years of desperately wanting a desk, the answer was revealed to me, but it was only revealed to me because I took the first steps of addressing what I knew how to address. So this is my new home setup. Everything has a place, and I couldn't be happier. So please stay tuned for the next episode where I'll let you know if my husband would still like to be married to me. That wraps up things on my end. I hope that you feel inspired. Let me know in the comments. Please, pretty please, if you are watching this, comment, like, share, subscribe. Go to my socials, come to my stand-up comedy show, and remember, if it doesn't look good, get it out of here. Okay, bye guys.
Yeah.